Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a love oracle for today. Today is Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. You may follow me on the talk, the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, well, okay, it might resonate, it might not. It could be affirmations, it could be like an oracle. Just take what you want from it. Know what's for you and what's not. How's that? We got one on the table, two on the table. I like to do these more as like an oracle and affirmations. I don't necessarily like to do this as an actual reading, but that's what take how it fits for you. Don't be confusing shit. Don't. We got two on the table. Four on the table. We're going to do two more shuffles. Let me lay this out a little bit better. Two more shuffles. Last shuffle. Okay, we've been getting this a lot lately. We've been getting this a lot. Like every time I do these cards. We got boundaries, patience, detachment, breakups, and makeups. Every time it seems like fate, bottom of the deck, every frippin' time. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Somebody keeps going through like a breakup and a makeup, or somebody is in like no contact. There's some type of detachment from another person. It could be love, right? It could be romance. It could just be a friendship. It could be a situation with a family member. Take how it resonates for you. Breakups and makeups, I mean, it doesn't have to be lovers. It could be, just two people. But to me, it gives up like maybe like a no contact, or one or two people have detached themselves from this situation. Each person is holding their boundaries. I just heard stubborn. I just heard they never learn. Damn right, I never learn. I think there's a call to have patience with this situation for whoever these two people are, because whatever this is, whatever this connection is, it is fated. So whether this is two friends that are meant to be friends, two lovers that are meant to be lovers, two family members that aren't talking that should be talking, it's fated for two people to come back together. And we keep getting this. We keep getting like very similar over and over and over again. So there's something here. This is not a bullshit read. Like there is something here. And it's not wrong to hold to your boundaries, okay? I'm going to say this. It's not wrong to hold to your boundaries, but I will also say this. If you're being called to say something, to put your toe in the water, right, and be the first one to break silence in a situation, then do that. Then do that. I don't know if I should air this, like if I should say this or not, but I think I'm just going to say it for transparency and because I'm always honest with you guys. If you follow, if you subscribe, if you've been on here a long time, if you just started, I'm always honest with everybody. If you know my situation with the guy at work, I mean, I stopped talking to him 3 months ago. Yesterday, I watched a reading from one of my favorite tarot readers. She posted it on Monday. I watched it yesterday, and I watched it on the way to the piercing lady after work. And it was not for my sign, okay? I have it in my chart, and when we had the full moon in August, we had some full moon or new moon in August. Like it was, like, oh my God, the full moon in August. I can't remember which one it was. But after we had that, for like 2 weeks, I only resonated with Scorpio videos, Scorpio readings, tarot, oracle, anything Scorpio. Like it resonated with me after that moon, which I just thought was so strange. And I still need to go back and look and see if it had any significance in my chart. I didn't look. I'm not going to lie about that. The guy at work is Scorpio. He's a Scorpio. He's a Libra cusper. Okay. And I've talked before about how I always, for some reason, am drawn to Scorpio men, and it never works out. And one of the first comments he ever made to me, with that boyish smile on his face, was, "But I'm not just a Scorpio. I'm a Libra, and that makes us compatible." Yeah. This 25-year-old said that to me, and you wonder why I fell in love with him. Anyway, I watched this reading yesterday, and she said to me, she said in the reading, but it called to me. It called to me. And she was saying to Scorpio that someone is going to write them a letter, a handwritten letter, she said. And it's going to be like something that they hang on to, like something that they look at often. The person that writes it is either a blonde or a redhead. Might be a Leo. And I watched it again this morning, and I commented on her post. He's a Scorpio. I'm a Gemini. I wrote him the handwritten letter that he never responded to. We're in no contact. The friend that I think they started seeing each other, she's a Leo. And it's funny because when she said it, she's like, someone's going to write you a handwritten letter, and you're going to think of it, you're going to look at it often. And it's funny because in my mind, I guess that ship has already sailed. Like it's been 3 months. I don't know if he's with my ex-friend or not. I don't care. I don't really think about it or worry about it. I try not to as much as possible. But if he had the letter and he never responded, but he looks at it and he kept it, why? Anyway, after I watched that video for the second time this morning, I kind of had this epiphany moment that him and I were supposed to be something, but we're just on two different timelines. I'm a 45-year-old woman. He's a 25-year-old young man. Unless that timeline merges, we're at two different, yeah. Anyway, I just thought I would share because, as always, it kind of reminds me of this, except I think even if he were to reach out, or if were to reach out and say something to him, I don't really want to be friends at this point. And he's been behaving kind of like a turd for like the last couple of weeks, and he did something yesterday that I was just like, oh hell no, you didn't just do that. Well, we ended up both leaving at the same time, and he was clocking out, I was clocking out, I clocked out before him, I went to go around him, he finished clocking out just as I came around him, so he turned like right away next to me and like ran in front of me, opened the door to the break room, which you have to go through to exit the building, and he flung the door against the wall and kept going, and it slammed back and almost hit me. And I was like, not childish at all. Not childish at all. Take how this resonates for you. I'm going to leave it there. I hope, if anything, you enjoyed it. You were entertained. I hope you enjoy my stories. I'll talk to you later. Bye.